When was my first time? Oh, so I started reading manga when I was in my sophomore year of high school. I think I was maybe 15 or 16 at the time. The first manga I ever read was, okay, this is kind of embarrassing, but it's My Hero Academia. I've completely forgot about that until now. I think at the time, season 2, or maybe it was season 3, they had finished airing, and I just really wanted to know what happened next. So I started reading the manga. I wasn't too big into anime at the time. At least, it's not my preferred method of consuming stories and content. I used to be really obsessed with superhero films. I mean, they were amazing. The MCU was pumping out pure gold, and then it became garbage. But before that happened, I remember I was so hooked on these superheroes, and I just needed something to give me that fix in between these Marvel movies. And My Hero Academia was that. It was great. So I started reading, and I remember I was caught up for a really long time, and then My Hero Academia became shit, and that was it. I left it all behind. I didn't really watch any more anime for like a good 2-3 years, and manga, completely out of question. I wasn't reading anything either. I just figured it wasn't for me. And then in 2020, a little thing called COVID happened, and I graduated. So I was bored at home, and I was like, okay, now what? It's like summer, and everybody's just stuck inside. So my little monkey brain just thought, I'm gonna do what everybody would probably do in this scenario. And I read all of One Piece, and that shit was amazing. And unlike with My Hero, One Piece triggered something inside of me, and it made me really, really obsessed with the manga format. I mean, I think right after that, I had read Jujutsu Kaisen, Vinland Saga, Kaguya-sama, Demon Slayer, Berserk, Tokyo Ghoul, Goodnight Pun Pun, 20th Century Boys, Chainsaw Man. I've read a lot. And yeah, there was just something really exciting about it. One Piece was kind of the catalyst that opened my eyes to reading manga. You could just tell with each series that it was riddled with so much passion and creativity, and it's just like, this is someone's dream, that there is somebody giving their blood, sweat, and soul to these fucking pages. This is the story that they really want to tell. And I just thought there was something really nice about that. Take Vinland Saga, for example. War is bad, revenge is bad, but farming. Or One Piece. Let's make a story about a boy who wants to go on an incredibly long and just fun, crazy adventure. And then let's make the manga equally as long and crazy and fun. And then you got Berserk.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
These series, they're so exciting. And look, listen. Every manga is set up the same way. Step 1, open book. Step 2, look at the panel. Step 3, read and admire the art on display. Step 4, turn the page. Nope, not that way, you dumb fuck. Turn it the other way. Yep, yeah, there you go. There you go. What I think really did it for me though when reading mangas was seeing those individual moments. The manga moments, as I like to refer to them. I know, I'm pretty creative. Hey, it's really nice being out here. So what are these individual moments that I'm referring to? Each series has its overarching story. This can be like in Naruto. Naruto wants to become Hokage. Luffy wants to become King of the Pirates. Itadori in Jujutsu Kaisen wants to eat fingers and kill himself. And in Tokyo Ghoul, I don't know. Now look, our main story is broken up into smaller arcs. These arcs involve our character overcoming an opponent or a challenge, a struggle, or learning something new by the end of it. And inside of these are when we get the individual panels I like to call. These are individual panels that stick with you. They could be cool moments, they could be lessons learned, they could be payoffs to something that was built up throughout the arc, or they could be something that gave you a little tease at what's gonna be set up later on in the future. It's just a moment in these stories where when you lay your eyes on them, you just know that reading the story was worth it. There's a lot of panels that I've come across that I think about often, so I'll give you a couple of examples. Vinland Saga starts off with our main character, Thorfinn, just super hell-bent on revenge and murder and war, and that's like his purpose in this world. That's the thing that he wants to do above everything else. That's the main goal of the story. And then the story completely takes it all away. What happens when your main character can't actually succeed in doing the thing he wanted to do from the very beginning? He's left with nothing. He's empty. He's a shell of his former self. He lacks purpose. I, for one, think the story of Thorfinn is very unique and very inspiring. We end up finding him in a pretty lifeless state, but he has this goal of wanting to be reborn. He wants to leave who he was behind and become anew, but he doesn't really know how to do that. How do you do that? How do you just change, right? Aren't we supposed to be who we are from now until forever? Thorfinn doesn't really know how, but the people around him continue to inspire him and tell him like, hey, you can, right? You don't have to be your old self. Thorfinn doesn't really believe in himself, but then we get this. This panel is just amazing. It is a moment of him trying. He doesn't even know if he could be reborn. He doesn't know if it's possible, but it's not stopping him from trying. I love this panel so much. It's my freaking wallpaper, dude. This thing is, oh my God. I love it. In Jujutsu Kaisen, Sukuna was the king of the curses. He was the strongest curse around. And then he's just no longer around. Right now, he's actually just like inside of this dude named Yuji Itadori. And he just kind of is chilling there, waiting for his time to emerge. Yuji actually has the ability to bring him out if he wants to, but he's not gonna do that. That's silly fuck. He's gonna stay in there. But what would happen if Yuji lost control and Sukuna was let free into the world? Then we'd have an issue, right? Enter Satoru Gojo. This is the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer in the modern age. So Yuji goes ahead and asks Gojo, if you two were to fight, would you lose? And Gojo responds with this: nah, I'd win. This is sick. This is sick on so many levels. First of all, Gojo, cocky ass motherfucker. But we believe him because of everything that we've seen so far in the story. And this one panel sets up a promise, gives us an expectation, and makes us super excited to see the outcome of Sukuna versus Gojo. One of the most hyped up fights in the current day of the manga anime world. Pretty much a manga moment can be anything. Luffy getting a straw hat, Naruto sitting on that swing, Guts meeting Griffith. These panels have weight. What's that saying? A picture can tell 1,000 words. That's how I feel when I look at these individual panels, these manga moments. Hopefully you understand that and I was clear in articulating that with you guys. So now I want to ask you, what's your favorite manga moment? What's that panel that you just can't stop thinking about? What's that thing where the moment you saw it, you were like, oh my God, and you were just impacted by? I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who's like crazy enough to be impacted by just a drawing on a page. Could be. It could be very true. But I have a feeling that there's some of you guys out there that probably feel the same way. Anyways, I'm working on a couple other videos right now, but I didn't want to keep you guys starving for content for too long. I hope you like this more personal one-to-one video and me walking around in life. Subscribe and watch some of my other videos.